Everyone, happy Friday evening. Welcome back to Sad John Blunt Marathon Madness. I'm your host, Jonathan McGee. Let's get into it today. We're going to discuss season 9, episode 44, Fun Day Friday 12. So here we go. He gets breakfast. He gets to Hartman. Today is just a general early childhood education day with Miss Higgins. So they chit chat a little bit. They chit chat about their weekend plans. And then they check out some stuff, and then they have a lesson and a quick assignment, and then they pause. They have their 15-minute break, which we don't see. There's nothing interesting, and then after the break, we finish our lesson and activity, and then after that, um, we chit chat about the previous week that we had, what went good and what didn't go so good and what we want to improve on. And um, and we start talking about what we want to do next and some future events, some future plans. Um, so like end of the year stuff because this is like March at this point. So and there's only one more month of the preschool program. So we're planning for the graduation. So we are planning a whole bunch of stuff. And then after that, we have a lesson. We do another assignment and like a journal, I think, and then we have another lesson, and then we just chit chat. And so it's just a pretty chilled evening. I mean not evening, but class. It's morning still at this point of the day. And then they go back to the high school. We have study hall, which don't show because there's nothing going on to film for our show. There's no drama, there's no craziness, there's no madness. Um, but then they go to lunch, and today is pizza and chips and ice cream Friday, which he loves each Friday. And then um, he chit chats with the Burrhead. They talk about their weekend plans, and today is Fun Day Friday, so he compliments them and he gives out some candy and some gum and whatnot, some mints to the Burrhead members who want one, and us to do something nice. What's they've been doing since every Friday for a long time. So and then they eat the pizza, they eat their chips and whatnot, and enjoy their meal. And then after lunch, they go to science. Mr. Mendock and Mr. Miller, the student teacher, they have bell work lesson, and I think they have a test or a quiz, weekly quiz. So they do that. And then after two today, they have a test, I believe, again. So he goes down to Miss Oswald's room. He gets help with the test. So he gets it done. Then he goes to Mr. Stevens, turns the test in, and then he goes back down to Miss Oswald's for resource. He just works on some other assignment, studies, and also watches some TikTok, does some mobile games on his phone, just chills. And then he goes to U.S. history, the final period of the day. The week is almost done. The weekend's almost here. They have a rant, of course, like always, and then they have a lesson, and then they have work on this essay that they've been working on for the whole week. And I think it's due today, and they get it done. And I think they have a quiz too. But and then that's it. There at the end of the day, he does his ritual, his dance, before the bell rings, and people are loving it. Some people are hating it, haters get hate. But he just keeps on dancing until the bell rings, until the weekend, and then he walks out to the bus for the weekend and heads home and has a wonderful weekend, has a fantastic Friday night, and that is it for this episode. Have a fantastic Friday night. Have a wonderful weekend. I will enjoy the nice weekend. It's gonna be nice. Um, and I love this time of year. It's spring or it's summer. And next week is the end of April already. I can't believe it. And that means that Sad John Block, we're counting down the days until Sad John Block Marathon Madness ends, which is so sad, but all things come to an end. Nothing lasts forever. But we have a couple more, like a week and a half left with Marathon Madness. So, but anyway, have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you Monday evening for another episode, another week of Sad John Bot Marathon Madness. May God bless and protect each and every one of you. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.